Hi, welcome to SQL tutorial part 5. In this video, we are discussing about self-join. Self-join means when a table is joined with the same table, then that is called a self-join. So usually in SQL, we use inner join or left join. With the help of this inner join or left join, we are getting the result of self-join. So usually self-join is used to compare the rows within the same table, or if there is any hierarchical data, then we can analyze it properly using this self-join. In the previous video, that is part 4, we discussed using these four tables: customer, order, status, and order status. Basically, it's a order management system. We have a list of customers that is stored in customer table, and corresponding orders are stored in orders table with the customer ID that is a foreign key which is coming from customers table, and state table that is in customers there is a state ID is there, and that is coming from the state table, that is the master table. And order status, it's a different order status of this customer's order. So we have a order status column here in orders table that is coming from order status. It's a foreign key here, and that is primary key is coming from order status table, that is a master table. Okay, let's select these two table, and I will write a query to pull orders and corresponding customer details. Okay, select order table. So let's select only the order table. Then in order table, orders table, we have a order ID, that is a primary key here, and there is another column called parent order ID that is pointing some value, and that value is within the same table. That is, here it's a 1. That means for order number 2, it's a parent order ID is 1, and for 3 again same parent ID is 1, and for this order 11, order parent order ID is 8, and for 12 order parent order ID is 6. So basically parent order ID is a foreign key which is pointing to the same table. So some orders have a parent order. So if I want to get the list of orders and corresponding parent order, I can use the self-join concept here. So right now I am just joining all. Then I am putting, I need to get all the records from order table. So there are parent order ID which is null. So if I use inner join, it will pull only orders with the parent order ID. My requirement is I need to get all the order details. So I will use left join with the same table orders. Let's say I put it as P as the alias name on O dot parent order ID equal to P dot ID. Means the parent order ID is again from the order table. It is joining with the same table for ID. Okay, now O dot ID as order ID, then O dot customer ID, I just select customer ID, then I need to get order count, then I need to select order status. Okay, now I want to get the parent order ID, that is o dot parent order ID and order created order date, just selecting order date also, customer ID o dot order date. Okay, now I want to get the parent order ID also, order date, and p dot order status as parent order status. Now let's see how this result is coming. Executed. See, I will pull the entire records from order table and our result. So you can see here, I join order table, left join order. I use two alias name, one is O and one is P. P I just denoting as parent order. Basically I join order table with the same order table. I used two alias name, one is O and one is P. So O dot parent ID equal to P dot ID. Now executing both the query. So you can see here, for the customer 1, they have placed the 3 order 1, 2, 3, and 2 and 3 corresponding parent order ID is 1. So if you see here, you can see it got selected, the 3 rows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, customer ID 1, 2, 3, and parent order ID is 4, 2, 1, and 1. And you can see here parent order order date, that is right now it's just order date and just renaming as parent order date, so it will be more readable. Yeah, you can see here parent order ID 1 and corresponding for in the table 1 we have the order date that is coming, order date that is coming here, and its status is 5. But for the child order, its status is 5 and 1. Parent order is this one, and that is joined with the child records. And for other orders there is no parent order ID, so that's why these columns are null, because we used left join. And for another column, another row, that is for order ID 11, its a parent order ID is 8. So let's take the 8. Yeah, this is the record, and its order date is April 7 and 2020, that is same, it is selected here, and its order status is 5, that is selected here. Okay, and another record is 12. Again, it's a order status, order parent order ID is 6. So here this is a 6th order, and its order status is 5, same, and date is same, parent order date is selected as 2020 April 7. So this is how self join works. Let's say I want to get the order status of parent and child, so that is coming from order status. So I joined as, okay, now order status, so OS, I just given alias name as OS on OS dot ID equal to O dot order status. Similarly, I want to get the order status of parent order. So I just giving us alias name as op on op dot id equal to p dot order status. Now I selected here o dot order status. So here os dot status as order status underscore name. Here it's a order ID. So next I am selecting parent order status. So op dot same column. So op dot status as parent order status. Now I'm just changing status as ID. Okay. Now if I execute it, then you will get more details of this order status. Yeah, you can see here the first 3 records order status is delivered for the first 2 records, and one is order placed. Here you can see it's a parent order 1 and its status is delivered. So like this we can join multiple tables using left join or inner join. So this is a kind of self join. Now another example we can discuss. This is a query which used for pulling the same table customer order state order status. So it's using inner join. It's pulling all the customers, not all the customers, the customers who have placed the order. So in the order table, in the customer table we have around 10 customers are there, but in order table there are few customers who still yet to place the order. So here I use the inner join. So this query will pull only the customers who have placed the order. Now if I want to see, in the order table I have order date for each customer. Now I want to get the first order date of the customer. So let's see. I selected a new query window and I need to get the customer date. Okay, then the first order date of that customer. So order date I'm selected, and I using the group by customer ID. So this query will give customers with their first order date, that is the minimum value. So I use the aggregate function min. So it will give the it will aggregate all the customers records, and from that records the minimum date will be selected, and that date I'm just selecting as first order date. See, there are customers, there are some invalid data, so I can remove this using where clause, where customer ID is not null. I got 7 customers. So for the customer 1, its first order date is February 6. So like that, it selected all the that 7 customers who placed the order and their first order date. Now I can join this entire query. So right now I'm selected customers order status, order state, order status. I'm using an inner query concept here. So inner join. Now I put that the query which prepared here using the group by, I put it here. Yeah, now I just call it as another with a alias name as first order, as first order dot customer ID equal to c dot id. It should be on clause. So now I join customer with a customer table, but here I selected as a subquery. So it will act as a, so when I run this query, first it will prepare this result and then join with the customer, then join with order, state and order status. Now I can select the first order, that is the alias name for this subquery, and first dot first order, that's alias name, and the column name is first order date. Now if I execute this query, I will get the customers and their first order date. So when they place the first order, that's a result of coming from this subquery table result, and that is selected here. So it's again a concept of inner join, self join with the help of inner join. So this is how we usually do the self join with the help of inner join or left join. Thank you.